In time, you knew just what you could do. If you love you, then why? How you transform? It's time you knew of just what you could do. If you love you, then watch how you transform. I know you tired of the same shit, of the heartbreak manipulation, of going out and getting with it. It's complicated, I wanna face it. When you look at your reflection and you feel introspected, always have to face the question you've been stressing. Why can't you breathe from the weight of world? Why can't I be who I am in my soul? Yeah. Wake up and I'm feeling anxious. I know I got a face, I feel complacent. I can't pretend, can't keep up with spinning, and this feeling did me no favors. One day I got tired, same day I decided it's time that I reclaim back the beat of my life. If you don't like it, change it. If you find it, make it. The only thing hold back is your own limitation. Can't I be from the ways of the world? Why can't I be who I am in my soul? It's time you know that's what you could do. Just what you could. Welcome you, that you see the truth that you so deeply that you could do. It's a prophecy, acknowledging the wealth you that you don't see, the truth that you deeply need, just what you could do. I can be free from the way of the world. I can't be who I am in soul.
Shut up, young sweet.
There's some days that I was lost, trying to come up on my block, turned it to a lie. We are your own top. Oh, look at how they changed up on them. Look at how I came up on them. Look at how I came up, never changed on them. No, I never changed on them. Look at how I came up. Some days that I was lost, trying to come up on my block. Oh, turned it to a lie. Now we are your rock. Oh, look at how they changed up on them. Look at how I came up on them. Look at how I came up. No, I never changed on them. I never changed up on them. Look how I came up. Dream.
Shut up, young sweet.
Not at all, not at all. Hey. Blow.
Cash flow.
Money.
That go.
Back. Money. What's I do?
Type thing.
Blow. Yeah.
Like what? Like said.
Bang.
Like said. They said I was lost. And come up on my block. Turn the little to a lot. Now we're on top. Oh, look at how they changed on them. Look at how I came up. Look at how I came up. Never changed up on them. No, I never changed up on them. Look at how I came up. And some days that I was lost. Trying to come up on my block. Oh, turn it to a lot. Now we are your own time. Oh, look at how they changed up on them. How I came up on them. Look how I came up. No, I never changed on them. No, I never changed up on them. Look at how I came up.
what you ought to know. Too hard to be lonely, what you could grow. Dispatch to another known. Give to the low tide as we go. I want to seize the day. I want to change my way. I wanted to live your life in color with that spine. Now that I've gone for these around by, I see the way you won't look in the face. Now I see we can relate. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, oh, dreaming up forever, going for you. Not forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever. Getting down, living low. I cannot find one good reason to give you up on my mind. What we see, what we feel, going down and down. I really wanna reload. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, oh, dreaming up going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dream forever, going for you. Dreaming forever. You will take time for this. You feel for this, not for this. Say, dreaming up for you. Dreaming up going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, dreaming up, dreaming forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, dreaming up forever, for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dreaming up forever, going for you. Dream forever, dreaming up, dream forever, going for you. Promise you never, dreaming up forever, going for you. Not forever, forever.
Chaka man la don dada. The Bruce Lee gotta be wada. Flow like it's love the vein, keep it proper. Not your Papa T with like no stars. Black Harry Potter, tree got a ladder. Healing, dealing with it all the charms. Spinning like a record on repeat. Too much drama, time to breathe. Find peace, my nirvana. Flipping over beats, spitting heat, persona. Feel me globally rise, realign your chakra. Something you been missing for a minute. We off a hopscotch, off the block, we on flights to Ghana. With my side, jumping high by. Masterminds ain't gotta try, we just do it how we want. Cut the place like a stick, Benny Hot. Move at our own pace, never for your slide down. Forget about twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, creators of the melodies, we the ones. Forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We ones, everything we do, we the ones. We the ones.
I copyright vintage Versace. Damsel stressed, so look up and try to cop. I'm stepping softly, but I cry him coffee. That mad cause I am bossy, candy coated glossy. Diamonds in my teeth like I eat toffee. I let you get a look, now get the hell up off me. I go with your girl could soon get costly. I deal with rhythms body. Hey, these bitches wanna check me. Carry it awaits, RAS, license plates. Don't have no suck and rape. Been ready to eat, hit my plate, I hope for sport and pour port is taught. Report that I am gorgeous, my bank account and this to me is my fortress. It costs you more if you want to know sources.
Forget about your 2, 3s, we the ones. We the ones, creators of the new melodies, we the ones. We the ones, forget about your 2s and your 3s, we the ones. We the ones, everything we do, prophecy ones. We the ones, forget about your 2, 3s, we the ones. We the ones, create the new melodies, we the ones. We the ones, forget up 2s and your 3s, we the ones. We the ones, everything will prophecy, we the ones. The ones.
Woke this morning, I hated myself. I hated the way I doubt and way I the cards on the table were poured out. Then the world started beat on me with karma's belt. But by the time the clock struck 5, I was on my way to the bar. The bottom line is it turned out fine. This feeling should be against the law. I feel great. Feel great, and I feel great, and I feel, and I feel I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm really number one, and I feel great, I'm number one, and I feel great, I'm really I gotta do it first too, I guess ain't quite through. Let me tell some more stories about this hellish life. Like how I got this one really wanna make my wife, but I can't treat her like I do. These hurtful things that I spew. I was closing in on every single night. Then I go to work today and try to put up a fight. By the time the clock struck 5, I was on my way to the bar. The bottom line is it turned fine. This feeling she against the law. Cause now I feel great. Close my tab and bar to laugh. Now I feel great. Take pictures with the whole bar. Now I feel great. My rings and my rent's past due. Now I feel great. You and me, tell me what we do. Now I feel great. I'm number one. I'm number one. Now I feel great. I'm really I feel great. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm really and I still ain't sure.
Energy, memory, to be frequency, can be we can be. Can't fantasy, let it be. Destiny, let it be. Energy, memory, to be frequency, can be we can be. Can't fantasy, let it be. Destiny, let it be. I'm in a tidal wave, float on and rave and oracle, just potable potions. Make no mistake, here's the serum, earth nearer. Earth rhythms over broken mirrors. Go ahead and simmer, tuck you back to the void. I'ma tap your noise, bump back, retract, forward. Sleep is no future party when your eyes shut. Play with the prismatic joint. Born in Brooklyn with the calm management. Shaking butts, raising up Nazareth. Can you imagine it? Can you fathom it? Hips lift, everything aligned. Dumping debris, buckle your knees, transform it. Altar. Learn who to call up. Could be altered. Pause at the cross at the water. We be gifted in awesome. Energy, memory, let it be. Frequency, get with me, be. Galaxy, friend, let it be. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be. Frequency, get with me. Galaxy, friend, let it be. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Teaspoon in a gram of the 5. I'm from an eagle's wing, the mane of a lion. Needle on the record in the thread of rhymes. The cornerstone, the builder refused the main line. The vanilla eggshells and wine. Fresh essence in his presence is divine. Tail of a panther, the claw over a teaspoon of ayahuasca for the vision past the veil. I go from cattle, from male to male. The page was near the fragrance and the smell. The rose is born from the concrete. The familiar voices echoing and ready to rebel. The what the owl, the Mayfield. The boogie breaks the strength, the cold steel. The mother saints, the chance to make you flip the prayers. The remedies, the recipes to heal with the magic.
Let it be. Once they get with me, we can be galaxy, fantasy, light. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be. Energy, movie, let it be. Once they get with me, we can be galaxy, fantasy, light. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be. Life's a magic. Find your own magic. What you imagine? Open up and that's it. That's it. Hey mama, let it be. Frequency with me, we can be. Fantasy, fantasy, let it be. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be. Hey mama, let it be. Frequency with me, we can be. Fantasy, fantasy, let it be. Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Before paintings on them, we made them beautiful. So beautiful. We painted town, made it beautiful. We made this beautiful. Built from the ground, we made beautiful. We made it before. We made it.
mama side, my island. To the girls to obey, and the boys don't cry. No flowers brave, cause I need to die. Nigga life afraid, die your times. Bring the flowers to the liver, cause it's time. Middle finger to the Lord, hand to God. Just above the heart, where your soul reside. They can't quit, never retire. But I will return, I will revive. Many lessons learned to get through these lives. Would've sent up the color nature wild. Going back to the earth, you ain't civil, you ain't smart, you ain't from our tribe. So for eight, all you know is crime. All you know death is immortified. So the way with a big ass smile. It's a flowers for the living.
Flowers for living. Flowers for living. Flowers for living. Flowers for living. Flowers for the living. Flowers for the living. Flowers for flowers.
A pretty dot, so here goes in the header. Read up, with it in the book. Underneath the neon sign, so I made you look. Let me be a do-gooder, let me get you some a prize on, so you know I deliver. Carry on dawn, living up in the villa. Of the pack, see the people and dance. Get your heart rate, advance and I'll take. Hell no, we ain't on you. Party, raw party, and the flowers we grew. Let it break down, hear the populace loud. We're done with the sounds of the guns in the crowd. Walk on flowers like Prince Hakeem. Make your moist the things I mean. Angel in disguise, let me do my aim. Throw the flowers in the air, so the living.
Flowers for the living. Flowers for the living. Flowers for the living. Flowers for the living. Flowers for the living. Flower the living. Flowers, flowers, flowers.
What's up, y'all?
I'm Eimaral Sol.
My name is Shaka.
I'm Deezie Brown.
My name is Dada.
I'm Nnedi.
This is Nook Turner.
This your man J Soulja.
My name is Lloyd.
And I
Am
thankful.
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 In 2019, Austinites voted to approve the expansion of our convention center. And when they did that, they also increased the amount of the tax that the city could levy on hotel stays. from 7% to 9%. The city then agreed to take 15% of that additional 2% and turn it into a live music fund. Historically, those hotel tax funds were only available to nonprofits. They were not available to the commercial music industry. But with the creation of the Live Music Fund, some of that hot money would go towards Austin's live music industry. And thus, the Live Music Fund was born. Jonathan Shaka Mahone, current chair of the Austin Music Commission, recommended the creation of a Black Live Music Fund due to the historic racism faced by Black musicians in Austin. Mahone recommended 50% of the Live Music Fund go towards the creation of the Black Live Music Fund in June of 2020. Months later, in November, Mahone established the Black Live Music Fund as
Thankful I'm not in the cell. Thankful I'm not in the grave. Thankful that it ain't no whips on my back because I could have been born as a slave. I am so thankful for people like Harriet Tubman and all of the chances they took. Thankful that I never trusted the government. That's because I know they don't play by the book. Even more thankful for mama and all of the prayers that she made on behalf of her son. That's why I'm thankful that I had a job to pay for my lawyer and be out on bond. Could have been stressing that out on the run. Gotta be thankful I'm not. Thankful I started on bottom, that's more motivation to get to the top. Thankful I know I don't know how to stop. Thankful I know it's not in me to quit. Even though I hated being in prison, I promise I'm thankful that I'm not a snitch. Man, I'm just so thankful I'm me, even with all of my flaws. Thankful that I never ran from a man, I only run from the laws. Pause. Moment of silence for all of the people that's gone. That's why I pray for my people that's still doing time. I can't wait till they home. No, I can't wait till they free. Back in the streets for the fam. That's why I do it like Razor. I swear I'ma do it like it's for the gram. That's why I'm thankful that ain't no more grams, ain't no more Pyrexes, ain't no more forks. I still remember I jumped off the porch, straight to the streets and I turned to a torch. That was the mission I had to abort. Together our people, we deadly for real. The revolution won't be televised. I hope that you're ready for real, for real.
Without us. Who is us? We are the originators of the culture and energy that makes cities like Austin destinations. Gospel, jazz, blues, rock, house, hip-hop, us. In 1991, when the city of Austin branded itself the live music capital of the world, we were 12% of the city's population. 20 years later, we are just over 7%. There is a direct correlation between the economic growth of this city and the displacement of the Black community. A city labeled as progressive is one of the most segregated in the country. Nobody is liberally losing its Black population better. Is this the flag that Austin wants to carry for the next 20 years? The Black displacement capital? There are few in Austin that understand the crossroads of Black displacement and music better than Charles Nook Turner Bird. Born and raised in East Austin and is now a shadow of his former self, Nook maintains his presence and commitment to a legacy that was handed to him by community leaders and activists like Dorothy Turner.
We are always contacted, okay? The Blacks in the community have a lot of respect for the Black System Task Force, the youth in the community. And I'm very proud of the youth. They read a lot of Malcolm. They really off into body control and I go anywhere. How are you, Miss Turner? You know, they have a lot of respectful people. If anything happens, they talk to me a lot. Anything happens, their parents are going to call me. They will talk to me. So when anything happens in the Black community, whether they lose their job, about to get put out of their house, their kid get murdered by a DPS officer, okay, they are going to contact the Black Citizens Task Force. And that's what the Black Citizens Task Force is all about, the struggle for our people.
Nook was in attendance at the June Live Music Working Group meeting when I first made the public call for a Black Live Music Fund to be established in the city of Austin.
Then, the brutal segregation terms were followed up with economic displacement through gentrification. Nothing substantial has been done to address this issue. Nothing substantial has been done to repair what was taken from Native Black Austin residents that made this culture what it is. Black music is the foundation of the live music capital. This is the unwritten story. The wealth and privilege shared by only a chosen few was built on the backs of Black genius. If we aren't talking about financial investment, we literally aren't talking at all. In the name of Black lives, in the beautiful spectrum of American culture that was born directly from it, we demand change. There is no turning back to what was. There's only the promise of today.
I second that. I second that, third that, fourth that, and fifth that. It's time.
Yo, man, it's crazy. It's crazy watching that footage again, bro.
Yeah, I forgot all about it. I guess I put it in the back of my mind because that causes trauma, man. Like we go through trauma going through the situation, and then we go through trauma reliving it, trying to fight to change it. So yeah, I put that in the back of my mind. But yeah, that's definitely a historic moment in the city, but definitely traumatic, just bringing back the emotions and feelings of that day. Yeah.
How did you feel in that moment? You know what I'm saying? I could say that I felt supported by you, you know what I mean? Because when I made the statement, it was silence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there are other people of color in the room.
Yeah.
But it was silence. So I can say that, like, you know, you being there and speaking up, like, I felt supported. How did you feel in that moment?
It's almost, if I can make the analogy of in Germany when they tore down the Berlin Wall. That's kind of like, the feeling I got was like, you could definitely tell that it definitely demoed the wall, or you could just see the wall being destroyed and crumbled, and you had the feeling of some people on some side kind of like amazed and like, I support this, and some on the other side saying, damn, this is gonna destroy what we've tried to do to placate a situation for our benefit. And so you could feel the energy on both. You could feel the allyship from some, and you could feel just the utter shock on the other side of those that feel like they keep putting the blindfold on us, and they keep playing us with these words and these procedures, and you could just see the wall crumbling.
What a lot of people don't know is that, you know, we were meeting over weeks, talking with Chiquita B, and Ray Price was a part of the conversation, and really strategizing that moment. Yeah. You know, so people see that moment, they see, like, you know, a Rosa Parks moment or whatever. They don't understand all the conversations and the strategy that went into it. You know, you were actually instrumental in me, because at first I was like, you know, 30%, what do y'all think? And you were like, no, I had was 70. You up the ante, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so I give you props for that, and just giving me such a perspective, you know, in the short time that we've known each other, just about, you know, the things that have happened in the Black community. Yeah. And you know, I think that's really important, is that, you know, even Black musicians that are moving here, you know, maybe they're moving here after this program, for them to understand what they're moving into. Because, you know, that's something that was important to me, is to know the context of where I'm going. I'm not just going to a city, I'm also going to a Black community. Yeah. And I think, you know, a lot of Black musicians like that perspective. You know, they're focused mainly on their art and just trying to get themselves out there. But no, you're moving into a city that has a history, and that history has affected a community that's being displaced. So can you, you know, can you talk a little bit about your own history, you know, jump on it, how you got involved in music and the things that you do in Austin?
Well, one thing I can say first, just to touch on what you talk about when people move to the city, is one thing that makes Austin unique when it comes to the country and the history of the establishment of this country, is that Austin, Texas is a place where you had the first housing project in the country. This was the first city where they did the experiment on socially engineering us post-slavery to actually be in the same condition we are now. You also look at this being the capital city of the largest state in the Confederacy Army. That has not changed. Another thing about Austin is Austin was built and set up as a capital city. It's the midway point between Mexico and Oklahoma. So during the war, this was going to be like a military point to be the midway point. So everything, when you start looking at the history of this city, everything established in this city was on slave agriculture, and it was set up to not only have us in slavery physically, but also set up to perpetuate it for centuries later mentally. And so that's what you deal with in the city. You deal with blacks having the sweat equity, but not having real equity. And sweat equity is nothing if you don't reap the benefits from the work that you put in. And so that's what anybody moving to this city need to understand. First off, is this city was set up to have you a slave, regardless that we feel we free. But as musicians, our musicians have slaved in these hole in the walls on the chilling circuit, not to benefit, but then to see someone that don't look like them come in and steal their music, get a venue, get a day, get a statue, and be praised as the greatest of all time. So when you step in here, you have to be respectful of the ones who have come before you, but also understand that if you don't respect the history of the city, you are just perpetuating the other side that keep us down. So you end up being our adversary as well, whether you recognize that, admit to that or not. But if you're not coming in to support and uplift the ones that have been beaten and tore down and shed blood, sweat, and tears for this city, then you essentially are kicking us while we down. And that's why I appreciate what you're doing, because for so many years we've been kicked while we've been down. Yeah, I created Jump On It to be a catalyst to move us forward and to give us an opportunity to kind of stand up from being on the ground so long and being kicked while we down. It was like, we need to create something in the city that will bring the community back, that will give us something to be proud of. We can love on each other, we can edify our neighborhoods, and we can reclaim our thing. And that was the narrative we ran with in 1997 with Jump On It, was reclaim our thing. Now this is before gentrification, but you know, I was blessed to have a mother, you know, that was there the whole step of the way, and then blessed to have the late great Dorothy Turner come into my life. And the whole situation with Jump On It was utilizing Rosewood Park, which is one of our last historic black parks in the city, that during that time pre-gentrification, she already had the vision of what was going to happen if we don't start reclaiming our neighborhoods, reclaiming our history, reclaiming our place in the city. And Jump On It was that. It was that community gathering that was under the auspices of a concert, but it brought out everybody. It became the largest outdoor urban concert series in the state, possibly the country. I was named top 25 under 25 in America by the Future 500, and so on and so on. But that was a tradition that was here that lasted 8 years at the time, and then we actually brought this series full circle back in 2014, and Jump On It's still live and but Jump On It's been here for 23 plus years. And that's all about everything that you're about as far as black musicians and live music fun, is giving us something that we control, we can edify, we can support, that we can own, that we actually created. And that's what it is jumping on the bandwagon of reclaiming who you are, building communities, educating yourself, and pushing the movement forward for our people now and for the ones that come in the future.
Yeah, this last piece is called Hustle First. It's about putting what make you successful first. Fuck all the beef, fuck the drama. Do what's gonna set up your generational wealth. What's gonna put your family straight. Featuring Mo 3 and the homie Trina. So y'all rock with it.
You notice that things won't change.
Put your ones up if you're watching this right now. If you put your hustle first.
Start running games, but you gotta remain the same.
Yeah, for the grind.
Gotta get it, go get the dollar.
Long live Mo 3.
Move around if you ain't tryna work, cause I'ma put my hustle first.
I'ma hustle until they know me. Fuck talking, you gotta put my dreams to the side for people that try to hold me. When your pockets get low, I bet you they leave you lonely. Now I stay a step ahead, my bread is my only homie. See my mama go through too much, scraping to get a few bucks or anything she had to get me up on that school bus. I refuse to see my seeds, I see their daddy succeed. Why I gotta go so hard getting the pavement until it. The real ones, I know they feel me, understanding the pain, sacrifice all you got for a nigga, then he changed. And a bitch had a nerve to set you up for some change. Then she crying at your funeral, acting like she your main. They hate on you when you living and love you when you ain't. That's why I wake up in the morning and hustle into the. Last night I had a dream I was a broke nigga. I hopped up, looked in the mirror and said, no nigga, hustle first.
Things won't change.
Yeah.
And your niggas ain't acting.
Put your hustle first, come on, put your ones up.
Start running games.
Yeah.
But you gotta remain the same.
For the grind, you gotta.
For the grind, I gotta get it,
yeah.
Go get get the dollar, nigga,
I'ma maintain. Move around if you ain't trying to work. Cause I'ma put my hustle first. Nook Turner, NookTurner.com. Put your hustle first. Coming soon. Appreciate the love. Texas, we in here. Holla at me.
We headed out here to go check out an artist named Deezie Brown. Definitely been enjoying listening to his vibe and his energy, man. It reminds me of a lot of different blends of a lot of different things. Kind of what Austin is in is also becoming at the same time, you know. His energy's real dope. I just love his music and what he's doing. He recently been working with this producer. You probably heard of him. His name is Chris Bosh. You probably saw him dunking on fools in the NBA. He's dunking on fools with these beats right now. And him and Deezie teamed up. I know they definitely have one song that's out. They may have two songs that's out together. But you know, they got a dope joint together. It's fly. I was surprised to see, you know, that Chris Bosh was getting down like that. It was, you know, it was live. You know, Chris Bosh actually lives in Austin now. And his company's called Daddy Jack Records. So, you know, we're just gonna go check out Deezie, man. We're going to his dad's barbershop and go hang out for a little bit, learn more about his story, and you know, just enjoy the day. You know. So yeah, that's where we headed right now.
What's good, my G?
What's going on?
Oh man, great. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Oh, you too, as well.
Glad to be here.
Hey man, welcome to the Strop. Country town. Came out the city for a little bit, huh?
It's mass off real
For
quick.
sure, man.
You know what I'm saying? Cool, these massive trip, huh?
It's different. It's different. It's new, man, but I think it's, you know, I think it's something that we'll just have to adjust to. You know, just like everything else that we've been going through in life. Just a different adjustment, you know.
I mean, that's a good perspective to have,
sure.
man. Y'all gotta have a positive, you know what I mean, outlook, man.
On it, man. On everything, really. Especially, you know, during times like this, man. Positivity is everything, bro.
The theme of this thing right now we're talking about this program called Thank You.
Sure.
Talk to me what you're thankful about.
I'm thankful just to be still doing music. You know, I'm thankful that I invested in my career at a young age to where I have a home studio now and I can do music from the house and I can prepare things at the house that I probably have to do at a big studio. I can now do it from home. I'm thankful to be breathing, bro. You know what I'm saying? People dying every day out here doing a pandemic and doing COVID, man. It's crazy. So to just be breathing, bro, just to be here, you know, still be pushing this message is everything for me.
Yeah. I mean, could you have imagined, you know, when you was a 10th grade at Bastrop High, working with Chris Bosh? I mean,
man, I don't think.
Him in the NBA
Yeah, I don't think I've ever imagined that. You know, for me growing up, I was always like Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that, or UGK this, UGK that. And so those were my inspirations. And when Chris hit me up, it was like, yo, you know, this is gone to a place now to where my manifestations have taken me to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like I never thought of that. Of course, we all play ball as kids. And when I started just to do music, I just never thought of that. You know, so seeing that blessing come through was great, bro. I got to learn so much about the business. I got to get on an airplane for the first time. I got to go to Miami for the first time. Yeah, man, the first time ever. I was petrified of airplanes, man. Yeah, I do not like airplanes. I mean, of course now it's easier to cope with, but I got to go to LA. I got to work in studios with people in LA. I got to go to New York and attend Fashion Week. I had never been to Miami, period. So they even had a club underneath the stadium.
So they just like, who this short dude with Chris Bosh?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, man, just coming in through the bottom of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's just the cool things that I got to experience, man, and being in the studio with different artists and learning, bro. It's just, that was the main thing for me, is the learning process and the learning curve that I got to experience. Because Chris is a coach. Chris is an awesome coach. I will say he's an awesome coach, man. He's an awesome producer as well. Once in a lifetime, dude. And he hit me up on Instagram. You know, he hit me up on Instagram. I think he found my name in a Austin Monthly or a Texas Monthly, that Fresh and Confucius from KUTX, the breaks that had put out. And yeah, he just hit me up through Instagram. I told him I was free. The next day, he said, I'm free too. We went over to the ABGB right there off Old Torf, and the rest is history, man. But after I could really adjust to the lifestyle, man, it was awesome, because it allowed me to creatively be myself on a daily basis. And that's awesome, you know, when you can wake up and do what you love and get paid to do what you love. I think that's the goal sometimes, or a small goal within freedom, is being able to wake up and do what you love and be happy about what you're doing. And I think that's what I was most, blessed about, bro.
Cops and robbers, heroes and villains. I grew up to screw up, then change colors, chameleons. I'm driving 2 miles per hour, you'll hear me coming, no kidding. But really watching for children, cause they the ones with the billions. I'm shifting gears and leveling up. I'm facing fears and stressing for what? In the Chevelle, tell them eat my dust. But this ain't Starsky and Hutch. I'm from where we party and duck at the same time. Gon' jump up out of your pants, nobody's watching. I'll kick their ass in front of these cameras, I'm Dennis Robin. I must protect the culture, that doesn't mean I'm violent. I really only came here to dance, point me to the romance. I wanna see your body move, no Vince Carter. It's time to hit the dance floor, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm usually Detective Carter, I don't do partners. But for you, I break the code, whoa, whoa, whoa. Beautiful paintings on the wall, we made them beautiful. We painted the town, we made it beautiful. Built it from the ground, we made it beautiful. We made it beautiful. Yeah, we made it. I met Nova at the rodeo. Let's make it beautiful before the holy get goes on. I met Nova at the rodeo. Let's make it beautiful before the holy get goes on. I met Nova at the rodeo. Let's make it beautiful before the holy get goes on. I met Nova at the rodeo. Let's make it beautiful before the holy get goes. Thank you. Very thankful. But thank you.
Yeah, man, we out here. Here to meet an artist named Nnedi. She's in a group called Trouble in the Streets. She's Nigerian American, moved here to Austin a few years ago. I love her sound, I love her music, and she's a roller skater. So I'm out here on skates. It don't mean I'm a roller skater. I'm gonna try not to bust my ass today, okay? That's what we doing. Hey, what's up, Nnedi? What's going on?
How's it going?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. You ready to skate a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Yeah. All right, man, we out here. I'm gonna try not to bust my ass, like I said, man. But my dad's a roller skater, and I've been thinking about getting skates for a minute. My friend Mike let me borrow a skate, so.
Oh, really?
I'm
Have you roller skated before?
I roll, yeah. As a kid, on some, whatever. But
yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about you.
Well, yeah, just growing up in America and having had a different culture, like growing up in elementary school, like I wasn't black. The black kids would tell me I'm not black, and my parents would tell me, like, you're not black, you're Nigerian. It's like, but when people look at me on the street, I'm black, I'm black in America. And so growing up and having to understand what that meant as being, not being tone deaf when it comes to black culture, because there are things about being black in America that you could have only experienced if it was your family, that came from your family. Like me being black, I'm a black person in America, right. Regardless if I came from Nigeria, we're all ancestors, we're all connected, and I'm from the west coast of Africa, which is deeply rooted in a lot of the slave trade and I'm learning that history now too, which is crazy. Right. I think Trevor Noah talks about this when it comes to privilege. Like, I understand that in this country, for whatever reason, people put black Americans and black culture on the lowest of the totem, but expect to use everything that comes from that culture to prop themselves up. And that's something that I've seen my mom experience, when she goes into a bank or some public space and people treat her one way and then they hear her speak and then it's like, oh, you're African or you're something, and it's like what is it about us that makes us do that to people? And I've always seen it as, this humanity's self-loathing, where we hate the best parts of ourselves. Like, some of the most amazing, best things come from black people, African people, and we've taken that and put it at the bottom, like almost in this way of like telling somebody like you're not worth anything in order to steal their shine. It's like there's so much about black people, black culture, African culture that should be shared with the world, but should also be respected.
Definitely. So you performed 3 songs about a week ago. Can you tell us like what song means the most to you, or what's your favorite song that you performed out of those 3 and why?
They're all really good. They're all, and I'm saying that because it's not me. Like, I get to make lyrics to music, but a lot of the time it's off of whatever character I feel could come through from the music that was, made, whoever made it. I would say my favorite one was the middle one that I played, and that's one of our new songs. It's Dreaming of Forever. It just has such a grown-up feel to it, from where we were when we were creating it to just kind of what we were seeing, and then the pandemic happened. But this one hits different. The lyrics, I think I was just in a really different place when I made these lyrics. The other ones are really good too. It's hard to pick because all my lyrics, I try not to just make up things that aren't relevant to me. But Dreaming is kind of this, it's got this like Las Vegas swagger that I don't think our music has really had before. It's funky and it's funky, but it's not so much rock and roll. But yeah, it's a fun track.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, this is Nnedi, and we're gonna go check out Dreaming of Forever. Yeah. And we're gonna go, skate a little bit more. Let's do it.
Bare shot of what you ought to know. Too hard to be lonely, what you came to grow. Dispatch to another known. Give in to the low tide as we go. I wanted to seize the day. I wanted to change my ways. I wanted to live your life in color without spite. Now that I've gone for days, right on by, I see the way you won't look me in the face. Now I see we can relate. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever. Oh, dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever. Getting down and living low-fi. I cannot find one good reason to give you a piece of my mind. What we see is what we need. Going down, going down. I really wanna reload. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever. Oh, dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever. Take time with it. You build for this, make time for this. Inside, inside. Ooh, ooh. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever for you. Dreaming of forever. Dreaming up, dreaming up, dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever. Dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever for you. Dreaming up forever. Dreaming up, dreaming up, dreaming up forever for you. Proud to see you never. For you, dreaming of forever. for you, dreaming of forever, forever, forever.
Yo, what's going on? We're here at the Sahara Lounge right now, East Austin, way deep Austin. Sahara Lounge is basically the home of where Body Rock really took off. Body Rock ATX is a party that me, my wife, and DJ Chorizo Funk threw right here for over 5 years, and it was incredible. I mean, there were people down the block. Our last party here in 2015, trust me, there's people all the way down the block, and it was totally packed in here, and the energy is incredible. Sahara Lounge has been here for 10 years, and the building's been here for over 60 years. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna check out my homie, Jake Lloyd. I think he's in here. We're gonna find out what he's up to and learn from what he's doing. Hey, yo, Jake, what up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. We good. You all right?
I'm good, brother.
Yeah.
You see, I'm just getting ready.
You doing something out here?
Get a little break,
You finna do something out here?
Come on.
All right. Let's see what it is. Let's see, where my stick at? Trying to keep the stick from me, dog.
Yep.
All right.
Can't make it easy.
Hey, we out here, man. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, brother.
You know, all the work I've seen you do, you're one of the hardest working people out here, bro. I gotta say it.
Coming from the other hardest working person out here. So I appreciate that.
I mean, look, I said one of, there's a lot of people working hard out here, man.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see because, you know, iron sharpen iron.
For sure.
This place right here is really special to me, man.
Oh,
like,
man.
This environment, this meant a lot to me for my career because this party that we did here called Body Rock, this is what allowed us to have a foundation.
For sure.
You know, because there was a time where, you know, we were struggling.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, week to week, day to day. And when we had a situation where there was 200-300 people we could count on coming here to this space, that was like a check.
300 people in here, man.
Bro,
y'all was rocking.
Bro, our last party here that we did before we moved to Empire, we had 800 people. There's a line down the block, man.
Wow.
The stuff, the energy in here is epic.
Wow.
So, you know, I had to come here with an epic individual.
Thank you, man.
And talk about some epic things, you know what I'm saying? So, man, let's just get into it, bro. You, get out the way. Let me show you. Let me show you what we're working with over here. You know what I mean? I see you didn't want to break, so we're gonna show you how it's done there. Ooh, stripes. Okay, all right. To me, like this kind of unicorn, this kind of like, I don't know. There's no box, and that's a good thing.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see you come into the spot, I don't know what you finna do. Is it gonna be ska? Is it gonna be punk? Is it gonna be, you know what I mean? I don't know. So, you know, is that just what makes you you, or tell us about you, man?
It's a gift that I'm so different, and it's hard for people to put me in a genre, but people really need to be able to put you, like, it helps them sleep at night. They have to put you somewhere. So, like I said, man, I always loved that fact about us, but until recently, man, it was kind of like a hindrance because people didn't really know what the hell, what is this? And what is this? Where do we put this? So yeah, dude, I was getting pigeonholed into the R&B or rap, which I don't mind because I do R&B, I do rap. So, but I just wanted people to understand, man, that there's so much more to Jake than just that.
You know, there's a lot of talk right now about, you know, some of the issues that, you know, people are facing here in Austin in terms of, you know, opportunities and things like that. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience in Austin and any obstacles you might have faced being a black musician, or not just a musician, but being a black musician? Because it's a different.
Absolutely.
Am I right? It's a different experience.
It's a difference, man. So this past year, 2020, I've been making music in Austin since about 2010, and this year has been the biggest stride for me personally, and I think for the whole black musician scene in Austin.
Why do you think? Why do you think the stride happened? What happened?
One of the big things I feel like is cancel culture is real. And I feel like a lot of these venues and people were seeing the social things that were going on in the world, not just in Austin, and then people being fed up with that. You know, people have been fed up, but like it really being a televised situation, and I feel like that really made the venues and the gatekeepers here really see like, oh shit, we next. You know what I mean? If we don't do something to try to rectify this shit that's been going on for years, you know, people are gonna stop spending their money with us. And I just feel like this year with guys like, you know, or girls like Jackie, Vincent, and people that have voices here like yourself, that are really just, look, something needs to be done. And like I said, this isn't a problem that just sprung up overnight. This is years in the making, and I've been denied slots that I think I deserved. I've been denied radio play that I think I deserved, and you know, I'm getting some of that now. And I feel like partly it's because I was prepared. The music is better. I've shown a little bit of my worth, but it's not just all that. The music was good when I was getting denied too. So I think it's just everybody rallying together and us showing that there is a lot of black talent here. What's up, everybody? My name is Jake Lloyd, and I really appreciate y'all tuning in.
My heart is under lock and key, but you are such a prize to me, so you can pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Baby, baby. This car was made in '63. Metal frame, hard the lane on the side to see, so you can pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Baby, baby. Pow, pow, you shot me down. I need an ambulance quick. Heart was cold as avalanches. Took a shot on you and now I can't miss. Anytime during this I start to bore you, I'll switch my tactics, cause I'd rather show you it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Yeah, it's alive, it's alive. Yeah, you can call me from anywhere, I'll be right there. Put one in the air. Take the bag, it's got the Hennessy. Usually don't drink and drive, this ain't a tendency. It's not a tendency. But you should pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Baby, he's your dad in the ministry, cause you're an angel. I'm pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Baby, baby. How do I tell you what's on my mind? I bet you heard this 1,000 times. Yo, I wanna take you somewhere quiet. Pasta, wine, vegetarian diet. Maybe end up at the Hilton or Hyatt. You say you don't smoke, I don't buy it. Actually, we'll buy it. If you smoke with your boy, baby, just try it. Got you feeling all tingly from the energy of the greenery. The retro scenery and the ecstasy is heavenly. I really want you next to me for eternity. It's destiny. My heart is under lock and key, but you are such a prize to me, so you can pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Pop it open, baby. Baby.
Yo, Jay. What's good, man? We out here. Wow, this is cool, man. I see you in all the promo, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't know we was doing it like this. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the magic up in here, man. Yeah, it's good to be here, man. So, You're doing a lot.
Yes, sir.
You're doing a whole lot, bruh.
Yes, sir.
I mean, let's start with just what you're doing for others right now, because you're really doing a lot. You created a platform,
right.
Not just the Smoke Out ATX, but you're also behind the scenes stuff. So talk to us about that. Why are you doing it?
You know, it started with the Smoke Out ATX. The Smoke Out was a hip hop show that we did here in Austin. Sold out 6 shows in a row. Did it all without any, sponsorships, no celebrities, none of that, just local artists. And, it let me know that, with that, these artists are trying to have their moments and don't really know the etiquettes that go to achieving those moments. So, what we doing here with For Life Forever Entertainment and, with the Smoke Out and Behind the Song is just giving artists that game to have the etiquette to create the stepping stones that they need for their careers. And, we're doing it all in-house, so it's lovely. Well, the motivation is that I never had the platform to step out for myself as an artist. You know what I mean? Nobody was, nobody had these kind of resources, or people, I had to join the clique to get access to the resources. I had to, do a lot of different things to accumulate for myself. And with the scarcity that it is out here for those kind of opportunities, we want to be the people who are, having, the access for the artists. You know what I mean? It just stems from me just not being able to have that. You know what I mean? And I could just, my empathy that I have for these artists that are coming up, especially in this industry, that think that you have to do it one kind of way. It let me know, like, yo, we gotta be the people that let them know that, hey man, it's other ways to eat, it's other avenues to be successful, it's other things out here that you can experience as an artist. Don't just determine your success based upon what somebody else is doing, and that's really the motivation, bro. I always had to figure it out, and have different measurements of what I thought success was for an artist until I realized that, man, there ain't no blueprints and none of this shit. Everybody gonna have their own way of getting it. Everybody got their own thing to make it happen. And, I wanna assist in allowing people to have their own way.
Cut from the same cloth, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm listening to myself right now. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. And hopefully that makes sense to people out there, because, we need more people, creating opportunities, because it also elevates you in a sense, because at the same time, people are seeing you through that branding of the Smoke Out ATX. But also talk about the behind the scenes.
Yeah. So Behind the Song. So Behind the Song ATX is pretty much a web series that we created, of course, because of COVID. You know what I mean? The Smoke Out was going successfully. We got the opportunity to be an official South by Southwest event, and unfortunately, COVID took us out of the game. So, me being somebody who, is, I just try to be the ultimate strategic, mover. It was like, yo, we have to adapt to what's happening. And Behind the Song was pretty much birthed from us having to adapt to COVID. And it was like, how do I still give these artists a platform? How do I still give these artists an experience that they've never had before? And, we do that by letting the artists tell their stories, letting the artists, interview and have, feel like artists, and I know you've been here on the scene, Shaka. You was somebody who, we didn't have talk off camera, what I'm saying, where what it's like out here. You know that how difficult it is for artists to really like feel like a rapper, or feel like an artist, or feel like I'm valued, my creativity is valued, whether it's through promotion, whether it's through the shows you put us on, whatever the case may be. So, the Behind the Song was like, yo, man, this is the thing that we're going to steamroll into allowing artists to facilitate opportunities for themselves, whether it be booking, whether it be getting ambassador, just help us. These artists they're from nowhere, and they want to be able to tell their story in a unique way. And that's what Behind the Song is. It's produced by me. I created it. Shout out to Don Diamond. He's the filmer on it. Shout out to DJ Napalm. Shout out to my cousin Freddie Fraze, who's also somebody who's been helping me, cultivate the mind behind this vessel that we're doing. And yeah, man, it's and it's a web series, and on the back end of it, it's an EPK service. So what it is like, yeah, it's a web series. Y'all get hip to it for viewership. But for the artist, it's an actual tool, you know, like use this to give to somebody else that may be, that you want to gain interest for, you know? So it's very strategic, man. It's a duality effect to how we operated in, you know, I think it is something that I'm confident is gonna, you know, generate an impact here in the near future for Austin.
If y'all know, man, I'm J Soulja. Like I said, once again, I'm gonna let you know every chance I get. We right here in Austin, Texas. I am born and raised in Austin, Texas. Every time I walk up to people in Austin, they be like, man, you born and raised here? You're a unicorn. So many motherfuckers moving to Austin, Texas, man. But I am thankful, you know. And, you know, I got a song called What It Is, What It Was. And it's featuring a legend named Charlie Boy. And, you know, we talk about what Austin is, you know, in the black experience through the black perspective, man. I'm a young black kid growing up right here in Austin and just seeing different fashions of the city, you know, from gentrification all the way to just seeing the north side and the south side, the east side. And when black music was just popping, I got to experience it. I got to witness it and just feel it. So what it is, what it was is, you know, me letting you know what it is, what it was when Austin was what it is. Let's get it. Yeah. If you at home right now, I need you to type in where you from. I want to see your zip code. I want to see your hood. Yeah. I want to see your city. I want to see your state. I need you to type that shit in. I gotta know what it is, what it was. Sound man, let me get some more in the speakers. Yeah, whoa, I gotta know that. Yeah, look, I gotta know that. Check me out. Check me out. Yeah, check me out. Look, straight out of Austin, ho, that's where I'm from. That's where I was when I did this shit the way I does. That's what I did, was on this rapping shit since I was kid. Raised in the Ville, but I won't hesitate to bust your lid. I grew up around some cousins out here that was banging crib. And got some blood that's down the ride. Yeah, ho, look alive. Try to come down 35, you see some worlds collide. Starbucks right next to a trap, it damn near hurt your eyes. Don't be surprised, I got ties out in all my hoods, east, west, and that north side. What's up to that south side where all the bad bitches reside? Try to know the way shit played out, I keep it me, so C stay down. See you lighting like UT Towers, you see the boy, you wanna go downtown. I've been hitting up 6th Street since I was 5 for 4 inches on. Young nigga out in the mix, I'm trying to find me some more bitches on. Now I'm grinding on 6th Street, I'm trying to find me some more venues. Look, this is Austin, Texas, take over. Watch the way that we finna go global. Yeah, real ATX, real 512 ATX Pittsburgh. Yeah, I wanna see in them comments though. Tell me where you from, man. Tell me what hood you represent. Tell me what set you from. Look, I gotta know that. What state you from, nigga? What city you from, nigga? What's your boulevard, nigga? What's your avenue like, nigga? Yeah, I said, tell me in the, whoa, I gotta know that. Yeah, I gotta know that.
I gotta know what it is, what it was.
Yeah.
For me, it was just like getting into certain venues, like being able to get on those stages, and not only get on those stages, but get on those stages for like the rate that you deserve. That's probably the biggest challenge I face, is like being paid what you deserve. Especially in a city that's like marketed for live music, I feel like you would think it would be more like common sense that this is like what we do. This is not like a part-time thing or a side hustle. For most of us that are on stage as often as we are, as you know, but just trying to get people to really pay you what you're worth and having to continuously like push that and reiterate that. And then there's a risk of like you not getting on that stage again because you did that. But if you don't, then it's, you know, you're selling yourself short. But as far as the audiences go, I feel like the audiences were super supportive. It was more on the venue side of things and on like the technical side of it. It wasn't the people. The people were always there. They were excited, ready to talk and interact, which is, I love doing that. Like I love being able to just talk to people after shows, and then just like they'll support you. Like they'll buy merch. They'll support whatever you're doing. I've really had a lot of support since I've been here. And I share my stuff a lot, which helps me to meet more people. So I would say it's mostly on the side of just the booking being at the rate that the artists deserve, and then as frequent as we deserve for as many shows as there are. And just making sure you're attentive to each unique artist's needs. Talk to us about that. Like, don't meet us like 5 minutes before you're about to go on. Coming from Killeen, where it's very diverse, it's a military base there. It's just, you see everybody, you see everything. And then coming from HBCU in Houston, and the part of the music scene I was in, I was surrounded by Black people, Black engineers, Black producers, Black venues. Like, that was just the only places you could get in there anyways. It really did open my eyes eventually when I started talking to other Black artists here that have been here or that were from here. Then I was kind of like rudely awakened to that. Like, oh, this isn't just because of me and the type of music I'm making. It's really actually more than that. And then also talking to artists that aren't Black and just like asking them about their experiences, especially with like the frequency of gigs they get, the rate that they're asking for. And then like they don't really have those issues. Like, I've literally been at shows where like the sound guy just wasn't at the soundboard, and not just for me, for like various artists. If it's a whole show, they're gonna call it a hip hop show or an urban show, and they're not gonna be at the soundboard for everybody, which doesn't make sense. So I didn't know at first. I was kind of naive to that, and when I was able to see that, I definitely was ready to speak up about that as well. Being a single mom and a musician with a child is a lot, because it's not like you have like a monthly salary that you can show an apartment complex, or even if you're leasing a house, you don't have that. Like, it's not really optional. And I was facing a lot of dilemmas. There are nonprofits here. I won't say there aren't. There are nonprofits here that do provide affordable housing, but because it's so necessary and so needed, their wait lists are crazy. Like, they're just very long. And so I had tried to go that route for the first 2 years I was here, to be honest. Because I was living with my sister, of course, like renting with her. I had to always have multiple people, just because that's the only way you could really get approved here with the cost of living. And so the issue I was running into with that was that they were counting certain parts of income, like child support, even whether you get it or not, they're counting it for income. They're not able to not do that. So even if you're not getting it, it can make it so you don't qualify for that housing, which is like a gray area that you never think would happen. So yeah, I mean, my mom ended up moving here because she saw like I was really doing my best. Like, I'm actually doing well as far as shows go. Being able to do music full time is an accomplishment for an artist. Like, that's not easy to do, and be able to not have to work part time or do anything like that. And I've been able to do that for a year, but the housing market still hasn't adapted to that. Like, it's just really hard to get them to hear you out. Like, you could have all this money, but if you don't have all the paperwork for it, and like you have to show them it's going to be consistent, and that's just not how the industry works. So that's definitely a wall that you could hit as an artist here. And being in the outskirts of Pflugerville, Buda, it's just, even South Austin and just further north Austin, Manor, it's just easier to get in those places because the housing is more affordable. My dad listens to like a lot of BB King and like the Motown era. When you listen back to that stuff, like, they're working through things on the songs, and they'll get you through certain moments. And so that's how I was going into creating, was like, whatever I'm feeling, I'm gonna write my way through this. Like, if it ends up coming out, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Like, I just really want to work through whatever was like inside of me at that moment, or in the room, whatever the energy was. So I think I'm a very feelings-based person. So the best way for me to really like express that, it just ends up being that anyway.
What's up, y'all? It's Eimaral Sol. So good to be with y'all again. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe out there. And I'm really happy to be a part of the Thankful Show. Y'all go ahead and donate and give to the Black Lives Music Fund. And I hope y'all enjoy the set. Bless. So it's time you knew of just what you could do. If you love you, then watch how you transform. See, it's time you knew of just what you could do. If you love you, then watch how you transform. know you're tired of the same shit, of the heartbreak manipulation, of going out and getting wasted. It's complicated, don't wanna face it, cause when you look at your reflection and you feeling introspective, always had to face a question. You've been stressing, like why can't I be free from the way of the world? Why can't I be who I am in my soul, so yeah. Wake up in the morning feeling anxious. Another day I got to face, I feel complacent. I cannot keep pretending, I can't keep up with spinning, and this realm ain't lending me no favors. One day I got tired, the same day I decided it's time that I reclaim back the pieces of my life, and if you don't like it, change it. You can't find it, make it. The only thing holding you back is your own limitations. Why can't I be free from the ways of the world? And why can't I be who I am in my soul, yeah. Like why? La da da da, la da 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 da. It's time, you know, of just what you could do. Like la da da da, la da 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 da. Say it's time, you know, of just what you could do. Cause there's a prophecy acknowledging the wealth in you that you don't seek, the truth that you so deeply need. Just what you could do. Say there's a prophecy acknowledging the wealth in you that you don't seek, the truth that you so deeply need, yeah. And I can be free from the way of the world, and I think I can be who I am in my soul. Thank you.
Our name, it comes from a group called Sweet Honey in the Rock. And you know, their story, or part of their story, is that they're a female, all-black a cappella group. And they sang songs to uplift their community. And they come from a civil rights movement. They were inspired by a civil rights leader named Ella Baker. And they took words from one of her speeches to create Ella's song. And in that song, they talk about passing the torch to the young who will run against the storm. So we chose Riders Against the Storm. I remember, I'm pretty sure I was grading papers. I was a high school teacher at the time. And I was listening to the song, and I'm pretty sure I just poked at it. I was like, what do you think about Riders Against the Storm as a name? And she was in another room, and she was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, so that's our beginnings, you know. We came together as Riders Against the Storm to tell our story, but also the stories of our people, of our folks, of our community. One of the first places that we touched down was this place right here. It's no longer here, but it's a place called the Arun Center of Cultural Arts. It started in November 2009, and our life here in Austin started December in 2009. So we were just kindred from the get-go.
From the get-go.
And we would come over here just about every day for the first 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, no, we were practically sleeping. You know, we had sleepovers. We were just like living here. We were building from here. We were building ourselves from here, even when the rest of Austin was not really checking for what we were doing at the time.
It was a place where they did capoeira, there were community meetings, you know, people would bring their kids for events, and we threw our very first events here. And it's actually where we met DJ Chorizo Funk. Well, we actually met him before that, but it's where he came to see what we did as artists.
Right.
And that's where the life and that's where the energy of Body Rock came from. He saw us performing here, one of our very first parties here, and he was like, do y'all want to do a party? You think you might want to do something? I got an idea. So that's where Body Rock came from.
Yeah, and I think those parties actually turned into the name of our production company. It was called Divine and Conjure. It was also a real spiritual place. Capoeira is a martial art, but it's a very spiritual martial art with music and singing. And so that was something that was just like interfused with everything that was going on here. It was a really special place. Children, elders, they'd have people come in and speak about the political issues. They'd have book signings, all kinds of wonderful things to let people be informed about the power they had. And Dorian Lassard, gosh, I don't want to leave people out, but Dorian was definitely pivotal in this being established here on the east side, and the block looked real different then.
Looked very different, but the key was that this was our touchdown point, and this is where we got in touch with Black Austin, and when we talked with people, a lot of people were saying that it's over. They were saying, when we got here that Black Austin was over, that gentrification had already taken its root and there was no way to turn that tide. And we, being the type of people we were, we fought against that narrative. We were saying, no, we need to think different. We need to act like this is ours and do what we can. But the reality is, as things have played out, they were correct. They were correct that the vestige of the Black community that they knew before we came, that community is gone from here. But this was a place where we felt home. This is a place where we were able to grow Riders Against the Storm and get people to know about our energy and what we did as artists.
Yeah, I was really excited the first time we got to be here, and it just immediately felt like, our internal world met our external world. And that's always where synergy and where you're going to grow. It's like when we went to Africa for the first time. It's like my internal world met with my external world, and it felt wonderful. And I really missed those days. They were wonderful people. It was one of the most intersectional places in Austin. I mean, people from all walks of life, people from all backgrounds, colors, everybody gathered here because the vibration was so exquisite. It was real. It was a place where you could come and share and shed. And that was a part of our ethos. So it made sense, and that's what we continue to do, as artists, as Riders Against the Storm, as married people.
I can say if something like the Black Lives Music Fund existed at that time, this would be a place where money and energy and resources could go to keep something like this alive, because it's a challenge to keep a place like this alive, which is why it's not here. It was a nonprofit, and it was really about community, and it's hard to sustain that over time. And so a place like this should still be here today. So Black Lives Music Fund is here for spaces like this moving forward. We want to make sure that places like this have a chance to not only exist, but to sustain and maintain, and then ultimately grow.
Got to give much love and respect to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you for supporting the Black Lives Music Fund. Thank you for supporting each other through this very tough time that we've all been through. We saw coalitions of people of all races, all religions, all backgrounds possible coming together to support each other. Let's keep that energy going. And let's remember those that have been underserved historically, those that have been underrepresented historically. And let's make sure that those people have an equitable chance, an equitable shot. We know that some people lost their lives because of that inequity this week. We want to take a moment, before we get into the Flowers for the Living, we want to take a moment of silence to take some time for those that lost their lives this week. Let's bring the flowers to the living, y'all. Let's give them to each other every day. Let's keep the energy of unity, of community going. Let's get stronger. This is the Flowers for the Living record release, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give to the Black Lives Music Fund. I'll see y'all soon.
go.
Don't get it twisted, we the ones.
To all my aliens out there.
Yeah, we the ones.
Superstar, stardust.
Come on.
Who we are.
Come on.
We're us, stay.
Moco chocolate, chacamala don dada. The chi Bruce Lee gotta be like water. Flow like it's lava through the vein, keep it proper. Not your property, what I see like Nostradamus. Black Harry Potter wizardry, got a ladder. Healing in there, dealing with it, all the trauma. Spinning like a record on repeat, too much drama. Time to breathe deep, find peace, my nirvana. Flipping over beats, spitting heat for persona. Feel me globally, rise, realign your chakra. Something you've been missing for a minute. What we offer, hot skies off the block, then we on flights to Ghana. Rolling with my side, jumping high, bye. Masterminds, I gotta try, we just do it how we wanna. Cutting up the place like a steak, Benihana. Move at our own pace, never sheep for your slaughter. Forget about the twos and the threes, we the ones. We're the ones, creators of the new melodies, we the ones. We the ones, forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, everything we do, prophecy, we the ones.
Say what?
We the ones.
I call them poppy while rocking vintage Versace.
Ooh.
Dancers in distress, so look up and try to copy.
Come
I
on.
step in softly, but I grind like I am coffee.
Say what?
They're mad cause I am bossy. Candy coated lips is glossy. Admins in my teeth like I eat toffee.
Say what?
I let you get a look. Now get the hell up off me.
Back
Your
up.
tango with your girl could soon get costly. I deal with all the rhythms in my body. Check me.
Hey.
These basic bitches wanna check me. My chariot
Come on.
awaits RAS license plates. Don't hang with no suckers
Never,
second rate.
never.
Been ready to eat. Go get my plate. I hold court for sport and purport as I retort. My work that I am gorgeous. My bank account's
Enormous.
enormous. Music is my fortress.
Come on, hey.
It costs you more if you want to know my sources.
Forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, creators of the new melodies, we the ones. We the ones, forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, everything we do, prophecy, we the ones. We the ones, forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, creators of the new melodies, we the ones. We the ones, forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, everything we do, prophecy, we the ones. Put your ones up in the air. We the ones, forget about your twos and your threes, we the ones. We the ones, y'all.
We the ones.
Creators of the new melodies, we the ones.
You gotta flex on it, but don't do it too hard. You know what I
Everything
mean?
we do, prophecy, we the ones.
You flex on them too hard, you're giving them too much energy. Just
You gotta know who you are.
put it in your pinky like that.
You gotta know the power that you have.
Shout out to Tamika Jones.
Keep it. Let it out there.
We won't stop for red lights tonight. We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Come on.
We won't stop for red lights tonight. Freedom in motion as the sunrise approaches.
A nigga ain't stressed, say less. Every lane that I take, express. No shame in the game, we blessed. When I block, but you can't change a thing. We flat. In the heart of Texas with a new two-step. Different blend, you should never bet against. Just ride with it, glide with it till it makes sense. On my vibrant highway with my handpress. It's chestnut checkers, better check your GPS, yes. Priestess and the chief on the set with a care of energies. Gangsters got assist. Goggles and guards, no problem, we supercharged. Spaceships say dipping through stars. Don't see no red lights at all. Keep moving, hey, let's go.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
That's right.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Don't stop, come on.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Yeah.
Freedom in motion
Come on,
as
come
the
on.
sunrise approaches. We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Don't stop.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
That's right.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Come on.
Freedom in motion as the sunrise approaches.
In a dream sequence, denim jacket for the weekend. Pretty bras of your weekend. Tonight we gon' ride, there's no telling when we leaving.
Yeah.
Ride for the night, so we jumping off the deep end.
Come on.
2 times for the Gemini season.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself, don't care what you believe in. Breaking red lights, don't nobody need a reason.
Say what?
I am your fashion show.
Let it go, let it go. Come on.
Line up and watch me glow.
Go ahead and glow. Come on.
I am your fashion show.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Hey.
Line up and watch me glow.
Go ahead and glow. Come on.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Hell nah.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Hell nah. Yeah.
We won't stop for
Come on.
red lights tonight.
Freedom in motion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunrise approach. Yeah.
Come on.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Let's go.
We won't stop for red lights tonight.
Nah.
We won't stop for
Red lights tonight.
Come on, come on.
freedom in motion as the sunrise approaches.
Tamika Jones.
Soul sister number 1, Tamika Jones.
Come on. Billy Blunt on the guitar. Let it ride.
Y'all just gotta rock with us
Let
real
it-
time.
Let it ride. Come on.
2-step with it.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Hey. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't stop, y'all. This one's dedicated
Let's go.
to all the black women who are regaining their sanity. Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday? Payday.
Who could compete? Who could compete? Look at my speech. Look at my speech.
My mind.
I live in the bubble. I'm living above you. Be mad. I'm queen of the hustle. I'm queen of the hustle. Believe that. Titties taste like cinnamon cake. Chocolate Kit Kat, give me a break. Dipped in honey, give me my money, let me escape. Visit my properties and my estate. Look at the gold that's all over my plate. Champagne Greg, give me my bread and get out of my face. Giving them heat, giving them heat. Giving them like when I walk on the street. Crying out lemonade, isn't it sweet? Crushing the lemons up under my feet. I'm complete, walking in temple, I live in the center where everything's level. Nothing get into my mental. Call it a magic, what
Call it a pencil, so.
I will turn you into blackberry juice. I know you receive, so I will bury you. I'm hollering and I'm brawling, I ain't scared of you. Cause I'm incredible. Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you
Where's my payday?
My intellect moves better than the best of you. Mathematic equations, I'm a spectacle. Genie in the bottle, bring the message through. Agile, magi with the milk. Mama's breasts are full, plentiful. With the decibel. I'm not in the kitchen no more. Go give birth on the floor. Have my babies raised the safe. Grab the cake I baked and get a taste. I officially run the place. Let them hate, serve them face. Don't debate, break the base.
Come on.
Black girls get a break. Black girls get a take. Black girls get to jump they shit around. Shake they shape in your face.
Huh?
Black girls get a break.
Yeah.
Black girls get a take.
What?
Black girls jump they shit around. Shake they shape in your face.
Aye, bobo. Aye, bobo.
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday? Payday.
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday? Payday.
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday?
Black girl, when you wake up, say what?
Where's my payday? track of the album, y'all.
Ah, there goes Shaka getting down on the screen too. Reverend, come on. Hey. Give him a little two-step, Shaka. Give him something. It's been a long week, y'all.
Come on. Mama said, mama sigh, mama, oh my. I tell the girls who there, and the boys don't. No flowers on my grave, cause I never die. Nigga, life afraid, die a million times. Bringing flowers to the liver, cause there's always time. Middle finger to the Lord's in the hand of God. Just above the heart, where your soul resides. Born with it, can't quit it, now I never retire. But I will return, and I will provide. Many lessons learned, seeing through these lies. Put us in a box to kind of nature wild. Going back to the earth, you ain't civilized. You ain't smarter than us, you ain't from our tribe. So full of hate, all you know is crime. All you know is death, cause you're mortified. So we walking away with a big ass smile. It's a flower for the living. Hey, hey, hey. What? Yeah.
This is our sunshine dance, friend.
Come on.
We're dancing to bring the sun out.
Hey.
We calling in all the angels for everyone going through some things right now.
Bring them out.
Calling your angels,
Bring them out. Come on. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out. Hey.
Shout out to the soldiers.
Hey.
On the ground.
Yeah.
A pretty dark Alyssa, here goes in a hitter. Reader with the heroes in the book. Underneath the neon sign, so I know I made you look.
Look at.
Let me be a do-gooder, let me get you some sugar. A prime Amazon, so you know I deliver. Carry on like a dawn, living up in the villa. Leaders of the pack, feed the people and dance. Advance your heart rate, advance in our take. Hell no, we ain't waiting on you. Here's a Mardi Gras party and the flowers we threw. Let it break down, hear the populace loud. We're done with the sounds of the guns in the crowd. Walk on flowers like Prince Hakeem. Making more sense of the things I've seen.
Say what?
Angel in disguise, let me do my thing. Throw the flowers in the air so the people sing. Hey.
Yeah. Come on. Flowers. Hey. Yeah. Bring the flowers out. For the living, y'all. For the living, y'all. For the living. Come on. Hey. If you alive, get up out your seat. Dance with us.
Shout out to everybody who was in the video with us.
Yeah.
Nook Turner.
Yeah.
Lady Earth.
Come on.
Side HQ.
Yeah. Chris
Hills. Eimaral Sol. Bomani.
Come on.
Jay. What's up, y'all? Family time.
What's up? Hey. Let's go.
We the love mafia, y'all.
Come on.
Organized families are the future. Let's go.
Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Bring it back to the chorus, y'all. Bring it back. Come on.
Shout out Clarence James. Hey.
Flowers. Flowers. Hey. Flowers. Hey. Flowers. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. We just living, y'all. Giving flowers to the living. We're not waiting till your transition. We're giving you now.
And we're trying to make sure these shelves don't fall off my head.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, my aliens out there? Those that ever felt different, ever been told you different. We come from a place that's untouchable, that's forever. Out of this world, beyond anything that can be put in words. We extra. House so extra, terrestrial, yeah. House so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra. Terrestrial, yeah. House so special, just watch me shine. House so extra, terrestrial, yeah. House so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra. Terrestrial, yeah. House so special, just watch me shine. The longest lasting, barrier smashing is the classic. Nothing is clashing, but most will only see the fashion. Never the hazards, out of the ashes with the magic. The feel orgasmic, when Shaka rock 'em get attention. No time for panic, and no minute taken for granted. When I'm heroes, we're caping, that's worth to Brother Chapman. Bozeman chosen to make my mark upon this planet. My fellow aliens, the only ones that behold the beauty, my duty in any circumstances. A beast over these beasts, now there won't be no second chance. Need that action that is equitable and just. The leadership has failed, now it's on us. You can give away and trust what we made of. None of my queens need your makeup. All of your dreams, they've been made up to keep our kings incarcerated.
but we extra, never lesser. That's the era that we raised on. Extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, just watch me shine, I'm so extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, just watch me shine. If I said it, I meant it, that means I want it documented, no edit, no nonsense is expected, so get your bullshit corrected. We not common of mine, let's keep our distance respected. Check it, check it, check it. A sober view is what you need and not a cold brew. Sitting on the corner till you turn into that older dude. Shredding like a chicken, plugging, bugging for your revenue, ain't nothing new. 2020 coons with that goo, but we extra, terrestrial, special, and overdue. Never over sentimental, so we over you. The chosen few that came to bang. Call us different, out of strength. Take home in this pain and rage in this new world. We break how we landed on this planet like a comet with the flames. Stay lit, it never changed. To my people out the cave, mental and physical, bars is getting peeled away. Put a hole in Jim Crow, the sheriff and the deputy. Extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, just watch me shine, yeah, I'm extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, one of a kind, yeah, I'm extra, terrestrial, yeah, I'm so special, just watch me shine. Just watch me shine.
To all those of us that have made a start.
Just watch me shine. We know where we came from. Stardust is what we made of. You will never change us. You will never change us. We know where we came from. Stardust is what we made of. You will never change us. You will never change us. We know where we came from. Stardust is what we made of. You will never change us. You will never change us. We know where we came from. Stardust is what we made of. You will never change us. You will never change us. Change us. Never 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 change us. You will never change us.
We here, we got it.
Yeah.
It's been a long week, y'all. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your love.
Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Summon the tidal wave, float on an open grave, and orbital transportable potions, making you no mistake. Here's the serum, grab the turf near us. Earth rhythms over broken mirrors. Go ahead and let it simmer. Suck you back to the void. I'm attacking your noise. Bump that, retract, move forward. Sleep is no refuge. I party when your eyes shut. Blood with a prismatic matter.
There's your answer.
Born in Brooklyn with the concrete
Magic
enactment,
Man.
shaking butt, raising up.
Lazarus.
Can you imagine it? Can you fathom it? Hips lift everything alive. The flesh and debris has you buck on your knees. Transform at your altar. Learn who to call up. Pause at the pauper. Cross at the water. Walk at the water.
We be gifted and awesome. Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
I see spirit lightning, a gram of the fire. A feather from an eagle's wing, the mane of a lion. I need it on a record in a thread of war rhyme. A cornerstone, the bitter refuse the main line. The breath of an angel, eggshells and wine. Breast is the essence, in his presence is divine. The tail of the panther, the claw of a bear. Teaspoon of ayahuasca for the vision.
Grab the bear.
A Heidi Hope from Callaway.
From Melly Mel.
The page was already near the pool, the fragrance and the smell of 1,000 roses born from the concrete, the yell of a million voices echoing, ready to rebel. The wisdom of the outer soul, Mayfair. The boogie in the breaks, the strength to coast it. The rhythm of the saints, the chance to make it fair. The prayers, the remedies, the recipes to heal with the magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy.
Magic.
Life's about magic. Life's about. Find your own magic. Find it out. What do you imagine? Open up and that is.
Hey yo, 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 magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
Magic.
Energy, memory, let it be.
Magic.
Frequency, get with me, we can be.
Magic.
Galaxy, fantasy, let it be.
Magic.
Destiny, ecstasy, let it be.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know if I'm ready, but you ready?
I'm so ready.
Come on.
Sweat to take the weight off. This back will never fade off.
Fade off.
Know that this shit is paid
It's
off.
paid off.
Legit, this how we came up.
came
I'm a
up.
gentle being, some of y'all live vicious.
What?
We gotta standing tall while I crawl to the bishop.
Come on.
Mission on talking, take a pause, take a listen.
What?
Create your sauce for the cause, get it on in the kitchen.
What?
Bye bye, hypnotized by the kitchen.
Come
Black
on.
hole, portal, exercise what you're giving. Sweating out the bag, here I am, Richard Simmons. Taking off the tag, Lambo when you're vision. I buy art, y'all buy body parts. Y'all move slow while my party starts.
Hey.
Y'all look sad while I hardy hard. Y'all two-step while I Mardi Gras. Y'all uptight while I have no bra.
What?
It's freeze frame when I come out my
car.
car.
Hey.
Praise the divine, alhamdulillah. I got it all, cause I got the heart.
Hey.
Sweat to take the weight off.
Take it off.
This back will never fade off.
Fade off.
Know that the shit is paid off.
Paid off.
Legit, this how we came up.
Came up.
Sweat to take the weight off.
Weight off.
This black will never fade off.
Fade off.
Know that this shit is paid off. Legit, this how we came up.
Seconds and minutes and digits persistent from nothing to something. We conjure a living, a way of existence, no limits we giving.
Giving.
Talk to the gimmicks and tricks to the shimmy.
Shimmy.
Look for pennies, shake crawling like infants. We open and
Portals and paradigm shifting.
Deep sea diving on snorkels or flipping. You stay
Dick riding and praying the lizards.
Stay with your life like a tic-tac-toe. All by design, we incline to the show. Time to exercise the divine episode. No more reruns, see we breaking
Taking up
all
the mold.
Solid go, down low for your soul.
Soul.
Sweat out the toxic
Mind
mind control.
control.
Break up the patterns like we had a cheat code. We fetch the whole tribe what I call cheat mode.
Sweat to take the weight off.
Take it off.
This back will never fade off.
Fade off.
Know that the shit is paid off.
Paid off.
Legit, this how we came up.
Came up.
Sweat to take the weight off.
Weight off.
This back will never fade off.
Fade off.
Know that the shit is paid off.
Fade off.
Legit, this how we came up.
Came up, came up, came up. Let's go, y'all. Clap your hands. Hey. Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
This is a tribute to Richard Simmons. He did what he wanted to do. Everything he did came from the heart. He helped people all over the world to believe in themselves. We believe in y'all. We want you to believe in yourself like Richard Simmons did. Real talk. He made people happy. He made them think that they could overcome their hurdles and struggles in life. That's what the song's about.
All the people that were casted off as undesirables.
That's right.
That's who he went to go get. Let's
That's
go.
right. Coming to get it. Bringing flowers to y'all. Much love. Ha.
We love y'all.
Richard Simmons.
Riders Against the Storm.
Ha.
We've been through quite a bit this week, everybody.
Yeah.
We love y'all.
Come on.
Go check out the new album.
Yeah.
You can pre-order the record on vinyl. And we got so much more for y'all in store. Shout out to DJ Z-Rock.
Make some noise for DJ Z-Rock, y'all. Make some noise for yourself. We're bringing flowers to the living. Peace.
Is it me? Are things different than they used to be? Is it me? Is it harder for my family? Should I stay? Should I leave? Is there something stronger underneath? Something more we can't believe? We can't believe. Is it unfortunate I'm laying this low? Is it the mystery that happened to call? Is it you Babylon is fixing to fall? Is it the victory that lives in your heart? Power is imminent, I reach for the stars. all.